My name's Lisa Sullivan. I'm a radiation oncologist based in Canberra, and I've worked at the public hospital and also privately. And I have a clinical interest in looking after patients with breast cancer, gynecological malignancies, and also palliative care. I started volunteering with the college only a few years after I fellowed in 2011, and I started as a phase one examiner, and I did that for a good 12 years, I think. And that really sparked my interest in medical education. I then also did some volunteering with special interest groups like GoRock. I then became a member on the Education Training Committee, and then later was slightly strongly encouraged to take on some of the leadership roles like a deputy chief censor and eventually chief censor for the last 2.5 years. This current role really gives overall oversight from the training site accreditation to exams and assessments and basically the whole education strategy for education and training in radiation oncology. What inspired me to take on these roles was really interest. And I initially, with the phase one examiner role, I felt I would be useful and be able to contribute. And I guess once you start small in roles, it really just sparked my interest. And you meet more and more inspiring people who also just genuinely want to help and make a difference. And that's really what probably inspires me the most in these positions is the people, the trainees, the staff, and the fellow volunteers. Everyone has a strong sense of purpose and a wish to make things improved. I that gives me personal satisfaction, and I also feel like I've grown a lot. I'm definitely not a natural leader, I would say. I'm more of an introvert, and taking on roles like this has been a challenge, but it's really helped me develop skills I would not have otherwise had. Things such as, conflict resolution and leadership skills in meetings. And ultimately, it's about improving patient care and working with amazing people. And that's what keeps me coming back. In terms of what I'm particularly passionate about, obviously, I'm deeply committed to maintain our radiation oncology training program, which is world class. We want to develop competent, compassionate, safe clinicians who are also healthy in themselves. And we've come a long way, but obviously, everything needs to maintain fit for purpose and to maintain its contemporary standards. And so continuing to develop, take on feedback, evaluate and change is something I feel strongly about. The other thing I'd say I'm really passionate about, and one of the reasons I took on this position, is I'd really like to improve how the college connects with its members in both ways. It's obviously a really complex relationship. The college having authority for things such as examinations and accreditations and fees is always going to cause some conflict. But I think the more we can get that mutual understanding between members and college and just how much people are really there for the right reasons to do the right thing, I think that will just gather trust. And hopefully with more trust and improvement in that relationship, we'll get more and more volunteers, and that's just going to help improve the college and radiation oncology in general. The value I find in my membership with RANZCR is really about being part of a community and a profession that share similar values to myself. It's a RANZCR is a college that not only is responsible, obviously, for the training program, which is what I'm involved mostly in, but also about giving a voice to our profession, to government, to consumers and community. I feel very proud to be a member of RANZCR when I see how hardworking and how much difference volunteers and staff are making. Sure. In terms of proud achievements, kind of the big one, I guess, was really being part of the construction of the new training program and then its implementation, and now currently just, I guess, problem solving and working through issues that always happen with any new program. It's been challenging, but it's been really rewarding. Um, but then I guess on a smaller side, to be honest, what I'm probably most proud about is those instances where we've really had to think hard and sometimes make difficult decisions about individual trainees. And we've made some tricky calls, but we've really tried to do it thoughtfully and with heart and with fairness. And I'm really proud of how we've been able to make some decisions that have really supported individual trainees. If you're considering volunteering for the college, I would just say just give it a go. There's so many different roles. There's small roles with low time commitments and larger roles. And I think what's really important is that there's always something that's going to suit your interest or your skills or your strengths. And it's very rewarding and it helps you grow as a person and a profession. So I would advise talking to other volunteers, finding out exactly what's involved in roles, and maybe start small, build your confidence, meet new people, and just sign up.